Hello gang, welcome to my channel. Today we're going to be looking into an article that's just came out today on the Daily Fail. You have got a super duper lawyer person who deals with brands, and you've got a marketing expert discussing Megsy's ass sniffer attempts. And they say, the marketing executive dude said, Meghan sucks. And he doesn't understand her brand or what she's trying to do, and just how obvious it is how she's trying to capitalize off her royal connections. So they basically saying Megsy's brand is an absolute mess. Ages ago, last year, it might have even been 2023, I made a little video about marketing theory and how Megsy had just got everything completely wrong. So I just want to say this to those marketing executives and all that stuff. Thanks, guys. Thanks for agreeing with me. Thank you. So we're gonna have a look at how Megsy's reacting. Yeah. So that's what we're doing today. So join me as we dip into the Montecito vibes to see how Meghan has reacted to this new article that she does indeed, as Harry well knows, sucks. So let's have a look. Let's have a go. Let's see. Let's have a look. See, let's see. We're going to look at Harry's reaction as well, I feel, just because. Why not? Why not, indeed? Let's have a look. Meghan, what's your reaction? Queen of Swords in reverse. Straight away. Strategy, disruption, cruelty. The Queen of Swords is a disruptive element. Now, that new Meredith chick, I think her name is, she is like Meghan on steroids. She's a squaddy on steroids, that girl. And have you noticed they've went back into kind of like that old way of doing things? We're getting more puff pieces. We're getting more kind of shady stories. We're getting more of them trying to bait the royal family back into drama. And they were quiet that way for a little while, but they're coming back into it now with James Holt leaving and this Meredith character coming, that Queen of Swords. There is they're planning something based on this. They are going to be hostile towards the people who said that stuff about them on the podcast. What really annoyed, I'm not surprised, the Queen of Nine of Pentacles, the Nine of Pentacles in reverse. For me as a reader, when this card shows up, I use it as an identifier for Catherine when it comes, not for like other readings, but because I've been reading the royals for so long, I've kind of got like their own little identifiers now within the decks and the way the decks speak to me, if that makes sense. So that Nine of Pentacles in reverse there, that Nine of Pentacles for me is the Megsy's I am inferior to Catherine. I want to be Catherine. Now, when the Nine of Pentacles is upright, as you know, if you've been around, I will always say this is the girl who's got the lot. She's classy, she's bougie. She's standing in the garden, a protected garden with the bird of knowledge on her wrist. She's in refined clothes. She's beautiful. Everybody likes her. And when it's in reverse, Megsy, you don't get somebody's star by trying to burn them down. And that's what she's doing with Catherine. Those two people who did the podcast, look out. They're going to come for you. We've got the Page of Swords underneath. There is levels of gossip and stuff. There will be a reaction to this somehow on the internet. This may be squaddies turning up and trying to kind of bot their accounts. This can be like them getting called names, whatever, but there is straight away there is a reaction. Don't think that reaction's organic. There might be one or two or three random squaddies who believe Megsy's stories, but underneath that you've got that Page of Swords there. They want to be back. She wants to fight back and be combative. We've got the Seven of Swords above. She isn't going to pay any attention to what these marketing executives or anything said. They're going to, like, she thinks she knows better than them. And we're going to hear about how much she's sacrificed to make this brand. There's going to be something. There's going to be some kind of pushback. It's potentially going to be to try and make some chaos. We have got the Page of Cups in reverse there. Page of Cups is, again, one of her insecurity things, her massive insecurity things, is Catherine and the Wales family. Really, it's William's. Her focus is William, because there's a perceived rejection there by William, and she can't reconcile with that. She can't calm herself around that. She can't, because what Meghan wants, Meghan gets, and William didn't want Meghan, and she doesn't like being told no, because she's never really been told no in her life. This is what drives her as ever banned. Look, I'm as wholesome as Catherine. Look, I'm as wholesome as Catherine. The difference is Catherine doesn't advertise herself as wholesome. She's probably has some very unwholesome moments. We're all human. We're not. Megsy makes the mistake of seeing everyone as like a two-dimensional character, when people are actually 3, 4, 5, 6, 7-dimensional characters. People are complicated things. Just because she was on a show called Suits and played a basically two-dimensional character because the writing was that bad, doesn't mean that everybody else is like that. She doesn't get it. She just doesn't get it. So that's what she's trying, and because she doesn't get it, she'll never get it, she'll never get where she wants to, because she has a limited understanding of people. She is outside of the 10 of Pentacles, and the 10 of Pentacles is in reverse. She's not happy with the 10 of Pentacles. Now, this is a rich, wealthy, protected family. I would also say that Hollywood and Hollyweird, like, they kind of run in circles of influence, don't they? And I think she's outside of that as well. And when you've got two big marketing executives, they're linked to brands like L'Oreal and Mercedes-Benz. It's kind of like, if a big major brand person involved with those brands is saying, Meghan, you suck, then she sucks. You suck at what you do. Let's have a look and see. Oh, she's hurt. Oh, this has wounded her. And one way to wound a narcissist is money. Take away what they value the most, money. We've got the Ace of Pentacles in reverse. We've got the Three of Swords. This has caused her some wounding. This has actually upset her. Well done, Canadian lawyer dude. You've upset her. Bravo. Round of applause. Thank you very much. You've upset her. The reason you've upset her is the Ace of Pentacles is in reverse. There's ish going on with as ever, as sniffer, whatever you want to call it. There's problems there. There's details there. I've been picking up with the cards that there's details about that place. And I wonder how much they've gotten involved themselves into some shady stuff. Maybe it's just failing to understand their products, or maybe it's a failing to understand their audience, or maybe it's a failing with paperwork and something more nefarious, shall we say. But there is a failure there, and it's costing them money, but she doesn't see it. She won't reconcile with it. That money is separate. She just thinks people are being nasty to me. It's like a stake through the heart. Oh my God. But it's actually an ability to detach what she perceives, her ego, from everything she does. She implants herself in everything she does. She doesn't and to me, that's not somebody who's really a good actress or actor or whatever, or a creative person. She wants to be the main event. It's about her, what she fears. Oh, she doesn't like, whatever you do, guys. What you don't call Megsy uncreative. She wants to be thought of as a creative force. She wants to be called out. She wants to be noted that she is not only has sublime taste, not only is she the most influential beige person in the world, she's also really creative, guys. She's also an artiste. So if you want to look at that, don't never mock her, wink wink, for being a basic bitch, basically. Okay, let's see what's coming up next. The Ace of Cups is in reverse. We are going to get gaslit. We're going to get lies. We are going to get the I am holier than thou. Oh, these people are hurting me when I am just a saint amongst mortals. So misunderstood. Why don't people just love me and see me for who I am? We do. We are. We can. This woman mistakes comedy for bullying. And I think I mentioned this, if you put all of this stuff out there about you, people are going to talk about it. Only a narcissist would think that they wouldn't. Yeah. There's that level of, there is that. Let's have a look and see how Harry's getting on with all of this. Is he hiding under the table? Is he hiding in the chicken coop while there is stuff being thrown around everywhere and all of that stuff? Let's see what his energy's like. Give me the cards. Harry, where we at? Harry's not working today. Harry doesn't quite understand what's going on and understand all the mechanics of it. It's a little bit beyond him. He thinks he does. He thinks he's there. He thinks if they keep going, they'll make an impact. But unfortunately, he is a little bit of a well, he doesn't understand. He thinks, my God, that every criticism of Megsy is about him. And I think there's an element of Megsy conditioning him to feel that. If I wasn't married to you, Harry, no one would be criticizing me. I'd be a worldwide brand, Harry. It's your family, Harry. It's William rejecting me, Harry. Life is so unfair, Harry. That's the energy. That's the vibe. Okay, let's have a look and see what's above. 5 of Wands in reverse. Okay. There's going to be some combative stuff online directed at these two people who were on the podcast. They're probably going to get sugars kind of emailing them, or squaddies that are botted, shall we say, trying to attack them and cause a reaction. It might be on the quiet. They might be getting some DMs. They might be getting stuff, but there is stuff coming from there. And some of it is directly from Monty Shit Show. The 8 of Cups in reverse there, with the reversal at the top there. There's an element of wanting to get out of the situation, but can't be able to walk away for Harry. He's stuck. Everybody knows he's stuck. That's what we can see into the situation. That dude is stuck there. He might be willingly stuck. Look, he's stuck. Whether he's willing or not, he's stuck. He can't get. This is his thing. The 3 of Wands is in reverse there. They've tried to do some stuff with some people overseas lately. They've tried to make some contacts. They've tried to get into things. Things aren't working out for them. Things aren't working out for them as well as they wanted to. As normal, they don't. They have the worst luck because they hex themselves, because they come from a place of bitterness and spite and hatred, and eventually that energy always drops off. So the 3 of Wands there. They've tried to organize something. He's tried to get people on board with something. And he's been a bit of a cheerleader for Megsy, and it hasn't worked. People haven't bought it. Okay, so he's frustrated with that as well. 4 of Coins is in reverse there. And yeah, the 4 of Coins in reverse, loss of control. Loss of control is incoming. He is going to lose. They are going to lose further control of some of the narratives, some of the stories that they like to push. We have got here as well the 7 of Wands in reverse, and that 7 of Wands in reverse again. They're going to come out combative. He wants to go on the attack. He wants to wag his finger at the media, at the internet, at the world, and say, actually, my wife is actually really good, and the wine just tastes a little bit like vinegar, but mostly it's beige. So he wants to come out and say stuff like that, you know. He wants to do that. We've got the Queen of Swords around here. The Queen of Swords was in reverse for Megsy's first card, and it's what is surrounding Harry. And I really believe that is Medrit and the strategy that Macy is using with her ass sniffer brand, and this is what she wants to do with it. So there is that element of that there. We have got the 7 of Cups coming up in reverse. And what else do we have? Oh, we have the 8 of Swords. So he might get off the hook a little bit, Harry being linked to Megsy's brand failures. Like, he's going to try, interestingly enough, he's going to try and distance himself a little bit eventually from ass sniffer somehow. That's interesting. Harry, have you grown a little vertebrae there, darling? We shall see. We shall believe it. It might be trying to get out of something else altogether, but it could be that, because this is the kind of being entrapped and finding your way out card. But we have the 7 of Cups here in reverse. There's going to be so much. He's worried. There might be an element of him being worried that he's being gaslit. It might have occurred to him, but by the by, it could be just the fact that we are going to get a lot more gaslighting puff pieces about the royal family and their relevance to the royal family as well. So there's that, because he seems pretty peeved with the 7 of Wands in reverse and the loss of control. All of those cards are like some type of like angery thing going on. So let's have a look and see how Ass Sniffer is getting on with my sassy cards. Let's just have a little nose in to see where Ass Sniffer is in this whole thing. Is business booming? What's happening with Ass Sniffer? Ass Sniffer's energy, please, as ever. The vomiting Cupid. Yeah, people can see it's a hollow thing. People are over it. And but the thing is with the vomiting Cupid is people can see it's just sweetness. It's sweet. It's vomit dressed up as sugar, basically. The only people who don't see that and understand that are the people who are running the brand. They think nobody can taste the vomit when they're spooning out the sugar. Let's have a look and see what else we've got to say about it. The Troll. They're stuck with a load of stock they can't get rid of, you know. There's something's happened and they've bought a load of stock that they can't get rid of. I don't know why. There's something there with that. The Troll in reverse. We're going to see they're going to be more kind of sugary trolling stuff. It's happening. I told you that Medrith woman arrived and the Kate Spiracy stuff's pumping up a little bit again. So is this whole blooming you know, the different narratives by Megsy and Harry in the media and puff pieces and connections to the royal family, all of that stuff. And they're just, they're playing them. They're absolutely playing them. Let's have a look. They're trying to get relevancy to the royal family to make Megsy's brand a success, basically. But they're going to look weird with it. They're going to look cold. They're going to look odd with it. We're going to see more. They're going to bring in the kids more to the brands to try and get people's attention, to try and wake up the room. It's pretty much not fit for purpose, the brand at the minute, the business at the minute. They've got something wrong with the stock. Megsy's got money issues. They're going to come across as weird, and it's not going to come across as wholesome or anything like that. They're going to bring out the kids. They're going to include the kids more and more. We've seen it with Invisibit creeping into like all of the branding stuff, like when she said, "It's beautiful." I don't know what she said. I can't remember. I can't do her voice. It's like, "It's beautiful, Mom." Whatever that AI voice was. Sorry. I laughed about that for a few days, to be honest. We've got the taser there. They're going to try and stun things, and of course we've got the broken bed there. They're going to try and stun you with their fabulousness, but it's not fit for purpose. Everyone can see what it is. You're trying to tell that basically Ass Sniffer is Megsy trying to convince the public that this is a 4-poster exclusive bed on a 5-star resort on an exclusive island in the Caribbean, when it's actually a dilapidated broken bed in a 2-bedroom, 1-bedroom flat somewhere. Bed sit would be better. In fact, the bed might just be lying out in the street next to the skip. Anyway, that's what she's trying to do. and everyone can see it, and it's just going to become more and more and more obvious where it's the thing. Now, listen, before I shoot, the best way to get at Megsy and Harry and get rid of them from the public sphere so they don't do any damage is this. We've been exposing them in the Megxit community since 2018, 2019. I've been here since 2019, right? The thing that's done the most damage to Harry and Megsy's reputation was not Spare. It was part of it, but it wasn't Spare. It wasn't Netflix. Everybody could see. It wasn't the Oprah interview. It was when South Park went, these people are absolutely worthy of being taken the mick out of. A narcissist and a narcissist tactics can't survive laughter and can't survive being butt of the jokes, and that has diminished them. We see constantly online how many times we've had one of those AI channels pop up and say there's going to be another South Park, and it never happens, but people want that South Park episode because it really, or something like a Family Guy episode or some more spitting image stuff, but that humor, that gentle, well, it's not so much gentle, but that pointing out the absurd and pointing out the satire within it is a very powerful thing. A very powerful thing. And that's how you deal with people who wield power in a difficult way. You laugh at them. And that is why in the Soviet Union and in, you know, all of the regimes, you know, the one in Germany that happened in 1930s to 40s, and all of those things did have laws around speech, because speech includes jokes and funniness and all that stuff, and Meghan and Harry hate free speech because of that. So remember that. They don't like being joked about, they don't like being laughed at, and that is the best way to dismantle people like the Markles. Anyway, guys, that was just some food for the thought at the end. Sound like Jerry Springer. Now for my final thoughts. Anyway, guys, lots of love. I will speak to you all really soon. Bye, everyone.